Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your board. P-Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. Today I got a nice little lesson for you. So let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. I put the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinkers mission. That's what I'm on. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain that goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, that's my goal, and my whole point is to get all my right thinkers to do just that. Know themselves with the information I give you should make that possible. So let's go. Know thyself is the question. And if you don't have an answer, tune in to me. I help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know. It's okay. They're spiritually asleep. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right think know that self. And to my eye, be true. I don't like throwing casting stones and spurs on people. So, but today, right thinkers, let's talk about 33 degrees or 33 steps to God's house. The Masons had a good concept and a good idea. I practiced it for over 20 years, taught it for 15, ran lives for over 5. So I have Masonic knowledge. So let me explain it to you. When I had that knowledge, I had no other knowledge. So all I had was what they gave me. So I took what they gave me and I built on it. When I went to Egypt, started finding my real information, my self knowledge. I found out a lot of stuff that they were doing. Let's just say they got a few things way wrong, and I don't think they know that or they believe that. But let's talk about these little tidbit about a few stuff. So let's go on. All right, this is a lesson about how you get to God in the Masonic Hathaway. Okay, 33 degrees or 33 steps will get you to God's door. With what? Knowledge of self is the key to open that door. Once you have self-knowledge, you have knowledge of all. Or what? All of yourself. Not the world knowledge. No, you gotta wake up encyclopedia for that. You can Google and get all the information you want. Right now we're in the Aquarius, age of Aquarius. That water that he's pouring down the water barrel, he's bringing information. We're in the information age. So for somebody to be ignorant of any information, that's a you problem. So let's go. When you open when you reach the sixth chakra, the sixth round of chakra, that's the third eye, aka the third eye, pineal gland. When you open that, you will be able to see and communicate with the with God. Simple as that. It's a God transmitter. And I'm breaking it down for you. Hope you can understand this because it's just a lesson. I'm just giving you concepts that if you think about it, it makes sense. But now the question is, do you want to follow it, believe it, or subscribe to it? Your choice. Let's go. 33-degree masters. They have reached the ultimate mastery, self-mastery, with what? Knowledge of self. That's all the knowledge you'll ever need of self. I know doctors, lawyers, all kind of psychiatrists, therapists. They know all about their craft, which you should. As a Mason, I know Masonic craft. Stem to stern. But when you don't add something else to it, all you got is that, and that's really not enough. Now I know that, but they think they got something. You know, if y'all such wise people, and I got a problem if I was as a Mason, how could you be so smart Masonically? They were smart. They knew all of them. I studied under them guys. They knew all of that. But in person, they was assholes. All of them. Not many my teachers in Masonic order was good dudes. I got 2 of them. The rest of them, Brother Parker, Brother Johnson, I learned from, my teacher. Okay. 3 guys in the whole organization that I was part of for over 20 years. Only 3 of them I respect as good men. All of them is Masons, yeah, but no, you was not nowhere. And y'all all practice same thing. Infidelity, adultery. And y'all wonder why people talk. I just wonder why everybody say, you a Mason. Oh, all they do is get drunk and have sex with their wives. I didn't know nothing about that. I wasn't on that deal. Didn't get none of that. But when I started being understanding, started mastering teaching, I saw what the public see. Dude, fellas, y'all don't have a clue. People see what y'all do. Side chick, you bring them to the organization dances, you parade them around. Sorry, get back to the lesson. Yeah, but I had experience with Mason. It wasn't too good. That's my point. Yeah, I have Masonic knowledge. Didn't disturb. But it falls short with compared to my self-knowledge, spiritual knowledge. That's get you to know thyself. That was Masonic order. Touch with the 10-foot pole now. Why? I know better. When I didn't know better, I didn't have the choice. Now I have a choice. With knowledge of self, it gives you the ability to decide what it is you want to do and not do. With knowledge of self, you're able to do that. If you don't, you might follow somebody think they got something going. I'm following them, think they're going the right way. Nope. Trust me. Moving on. The concept with knowledge, you are really the master of your own destiny in life. Self-mastery puts you in the driver's seat. And by you putting in work to get there, you will do just fine. Why? You know what you're doing. You know yourself. Okay. Masons, they got the grip, they got token, but what they missing, what they really missing from being one, they really missing good leadership at the top. Moving on. The spine, aka, is represented by the serpent. A lot of people know that. The spine looks like a snake, but it just got bones. Snakes don't have bones, but it's symbolically the same thing. 33 degrees, 33 bones in the vertebra. Ain't got nothing to do with life expectancy, ain't got nothing to do with mass, none of that nonsense. But symbolic and remember, Masonic deal with esoteric knowledge. And I agree, I understand. They know some few hidden things, but just because you know a few secrets, got a few handshakes, don't make the organization which I claim it is. Why? You need good men to operate it. And that's what the problem is in that order. And they going real fast. That's like religion. Everything that's supposed to have been good, all of a sudden is being exposed. Why? Information. We know now. Your secret no longer a secret. So let's go. Let's talk about the spine right quick. This snake, the serpent power, I call it. Kundalini. We know about that time years ago. The serpent is your spinal column. So what's that? Where do Kundalini go? Up the spinal column. The bone is the shaft, and the serpent's eye set and nephes, that represents the Kundalini, serpent power. We've been knowing that back in Egypt 10,000 years ago. And when it rises up the spine, well, how about this? The serpent lays dormant, 3.5 time coil in the spine until you activate it. Well, how you activate the snake, the serpent? There you go. Now you're starting to get acquiring information. Come on, you live right. You do virtuous things. You put yourself in position to serve your higher self. Do good. Simple as that. How about that? If we taught our young the truth, how God would represent them, how God would bless them, if they just did the right thing, your parents bless you. We buy your clothes, we get stuff that you do. But God will bless you in whole different kinds of ways. That's what we need to get our young people to understand. They don't find God too when they get in trouble in life. They go to God. If they knew God before they got in trouble, they might not have got in trouble. My thing is prevent people. I don't want to be at the jail getting them when they come out to teach them. No, I want to get them before they go in. Keep it from going in. Sorry about that. It's personal again. Get back to the lesson. All right, here we go. Your spine is connected to the brain. You have the back part of your brain, the abdomen, what they call it, the serpent power, reptilian brain. Come on now. It's connected. Okay. And what goes up? I got some more stuff for you. Come on, let's go. Now, you ever heard of the CFS? CSF? Cerebral spinal fluid. That's the fluid that goes up, the crystals that goes up the spine, like the serpent, it goes up. And if it's untampered with, no masturbation, sex retention, we can talk about that later. But when you preserve your sperm, so to speak, you giving long life to yourself. The more you waste it, you take away time off your life. Think about that. So if a guy got life in prison, you think he care about killing his life expectancy? He gonna serve himself. Self-serving masturbation is only self-pleasuring. That's all it is. Don't take it and make it something other than what it is. It's just self-pleasuring. You can't love somebody else, love yourself. Knock yourself out. Do your thing. Whatever. That's a lesson. Sorry about that. But the CSF is the sacred Houston oil and purified oil that goes up the spine and it comes back down. Santa Claus, they bring you the gift. That's the gift of life. Serpent travels up the spine. And it reaches the brain. Ding, 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 ding. Fireworks go off. You become enlightened. Your third eye opening. You know thyself and God. Y'all become one. The serpent travels up the spine. Goddamn. The serpent power is what? Kundalini, which is the chakras, and the twin serpents that you see go up the staff, the medical staff we got right now, that represents Osiris, Nephthys, and I said, moving on, they call it the Caduceus, Tahuti Caduceus, Caduceus Tahuti. Here you go. But the serpent, now let's talk about this quick right now. The Jacob's ladder. Like the ladder that Jacob said he saw angels go up and come down. Okay, symbolically. Jacob, 33 steps is to what? The ladder to where? Heaven. When you reach the 33rd degree in masonry, you open the door. You at God's door. Yeah, you there. Okay. How you get in? By yourself. Okay, that's the key. Jacob's ladder had what? 33 steps. Just by accident? Nope. Planned out. Understood that. It's symbolic. Okay, it's a means, it's a metaphor. Watch this. To get to heaven's house. 33 degrees, right? Now, every day, whatever zodiac sign you are, you get 30 hours of sunshine in your house. That's the day and a half of whatever it is, just going your way. You're supposed to rock that. And anybody who knows anything about astrology, they know that. They know what moon, rise, all that stuff. Just enough for myself. Not enough to teach, so I'm not a teacher of astrology, but I know enough to get my point across. I'm a jack of all trades. I mastered one. And one I mastered is called knowing thyself. That's the only one you need. The rest of them, you can be a jack or whatever, but now you need to master yourself. Okay, that's the goal. And 33rd degree Masons are self-masters because they reach the level through what? Studying, putting in the work, and finding out for themselves. Manifestation of knowledge is the power of knowledge. Not having it, manifesting it is the power. Sorry. Whoa, I gotta get this thing done. Let's go. Where we at? Now the ladder of Jacob's represents again serpent rising, but we use the metaphor as walking up the ladder. But as you live and do, your kundalini rises. Okay, you become better, you become enlightened. It's starting to tell you something from the inside out. It only happens when you put the work in. I'm big on putting the work in. Why? Because I know what happens when you put the work in. The result from putting the work in is always good. Trust me. Where you at? The ladder, okay, the spine ladder, okay, here you go. Now, the ladder, Jacob's ladder, serpent rise up. Look, the next one is the spine is the ladder to God. It has 33 degrees. Why do you think that is? Why you have 30, 25, 20, 33, the master's number? Yeah, okay. But the spinal cord has 33 bones in it. That to get to the top. Water freezes at 32 degrees. The concept metaphorically is when you cross over from matter to spirit. We came here from spirit to matter. Matter is the physical form. Psychologically, okay, mentally, we got to turn from matter back to spirit. That's becoming enlightened, knowing thyself. The Masons did it with 33 degrees, all that. It's fine. I learned it. I studied it. It makes sense. Cool. But moving on. The 33 degrees mean that you have what? Put the work in. 32nd degree means you change. You got knowledge from the east, you got knowledge from the west. You got your eagles facing both ways. And the eagles should be lions. Ancients use Aket. Yesterday for yesterday and tomorrow. You're in the middle. My sign is based on that other lesson. But let's go. Okay, it's all symbolic and metaphoric. If you don't get the esoteric meaning, you're just going by a bunch of nonsense, and that's why they laugh at you because they know you don't know yourself. Anybody with knowledge of self can tell the other person don't have self-knowledge. Why? They wild out, they act a fool, they got no control. So obviously they don't know themselves. You got to raise from the master masons, you become a master at third degree. Not a master mason, you try to master oneself. When you get to the next level with the next 4 degrees, the red house, that brings the conscious level up to know your higher self. So they had process too. Okay, 7 degrees. Sounds familiar? All right, that number 7 is prevalent. Let's talk about the Ark of the Covenant. Oh, the Ark, it was so powerful, it would kill you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you didn't have it right, you had to hold it by the poles, and everybody had to walk with it, had to set aside. One person going to hold it to deal with it. You got that breastplate on. All yeah, 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 yeah. All metaphoric and symbolic. Okay? That little thing between the brain that I tell you about, the pineal gland, the third eye, that's the transmitter. That's the arc. Why? It's covered by the hemisphere of the 2 brains. Cherub leaning over. Look familiar. If you look at the brain, look at the Ark of the Covenant, that's what it is. It's the pineal gland inside the box underneath. They hid it. They tucked it away. And if this thing is to transmit light, why they hide it under the brain? Because electronic pulses that go to it, that light that is crystals, it can be activated with what? Virtuous and righteous living. That's right. Okay, they know that. Egyptians taught us that. Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, let's go. Now, Christians, your Ark of the Covenant is not a real ark with the no, it's the metaphor for the pineal gland. They don't tell you that either. I know that. I don't know if they know that, but again, more knowledge. If you just got one set of knowledge, it's a whole bunch of stuff here you don't have a clue about, but it's still going on because you don't know about it. Don't mean it ain't what's going on. You only know what you know. But again, my spiritual gumbo, oh, I'll give you everything. Except if you don't want it, take it out. If you don't like it, I'll extract it for you. Let's go. A good cook always cook to the people they cook before. Make it their way. Now, the pineal gland is God's transmitter. Again, once you open the third eye, things happen. Why? You become in communication with God, literally. They knew that. We knew that. Now it's become a big deal. Pineal gland, third eye. Man, I've been telling you that for the last 10 years, but I'm glad to see it's catching on. I remember 5 years ago, we couldn't talk about talking to God. Now we can say, God talked to me. My pastor said God gives him information. So I tell you, I'm on a mission for God. So it's okay. Young people, know God, know thyself early in life. Why? This game they playing, you'll find out later on it's a game you lost. Learn to win early. Know thyself. Become a winner in life. Let's go. Now, it's God's transmitter for man, this higher consciousness is being there all the time. We give you all kind of ways to get to it, how to use it, whatever, but it's all esoteric, meaning you gotta want it. The masses don't have a clue. That's shame, but I see, I understand it. It's just what it is. Now, the pineal gland is all powerful. Why? Because it's connected to God, ultimate power. Sorry about that. I know a lot of 33-degree Masons, and they are all assholes with Masonic knowledge. Because you gain knowledge, and if you don't implement it and manifest it, it's just a bunch of nonsense that you're going to spout and give people, and I can look at you and tell everything you say, you don't do. Why should I listen to you as a teacher? If what I say don't match what I do, don't listen to me. Why? I'm lying. I get that to anybody. Why? I'm a truth teller, so I don't have no problem putting myself out there like that. Simple. Can you do that? Moving on. Where we at? Oh yeah, I'll tell you about them son. Them guys, never been so embarrassed. Moving on. I'm not beating up, but I'm just saying the knowledge that they think they got, they're not using it in a proper way. That's my point. Okay. Now, the 3 wise men. When Christ is born, the 3 wise men from the east. Again, metaphor, allegory about how the 3 wise men that's in the head, the thalamus, uh, pituitary gland, and the pineal gland. Those are 3 wise men. I'm not a psychiatrist, I ain't a neurologist, but I understand our philosophy from my ancient Cometians, and everything y'all saying is the same thing they said thousands of years ago. We're just getting the heart mind thing going. Let's move on. Now, let me wrap this up. Oh, overtime. Sorry about that. Let's go. Now, when you become spiritually enlightened, you have activated all three of your wise men, the thalamus, pituitary gland, and the pineal gland. When all of them are firing, you good to go. That's the concept. When your three glands are activated, the wise men are a direct connection to who? God. God sent them. They went to check on him and bring him what? Frankincense, myrrh. That's what the three wise men give you metaphorically, knowledge and understanding, and the good things that you're going to need in life. Good deal. When you have activated all three of them, you have reached God, and you know yourself and God to be one. You become anointed in Christ. You know God. Christ knew God. Look what he did. Why is it that the good people follow God get killed? How is it that the people who go against God, bad people, will nothing happen to them the same life? But if you a God favorite man, you was doing it right, you gonna have enemies, and they ain't good. I ain't got a problem with that. I was a drug dealer. I had enemies. Guess what? I'm doing God's work. I don't mind the enemies now. Let's go. I'm wrap this up. Now, when you reach Nihas, and my goal is for all right thinkers to reach that state of mind. Nihas, know thyself. When you get there, you're good to go. That's the ultimate goal for all my right thinkers. You're walking with God. Without yourself, you become God-like in the flesh. Sound familiar? All you gotta do is live now. Last one. Appreciate you tuning in. Quick lesson. 33 degrees. Watch this. We'll get you to the door of God. Yeah, they do that. But guess what? Knowledge of self is the key to get in. Remember that. I'm out. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.